Hey guys, this is Joshua here with SaltyScales.com. I'm just wanting to make a short video here explaining some things about planers, the use of planers in the Tampa Bay, how to use them, and what they're pretty much used for. Ideally, a planer is used to get your bait down to optimal depths, so that way you get a strike from a fish, usually trolling spoons, grubs, or plugs. Number 2s and number 3 planers are optimal for the Tampa Bay due to the depths. Typically you'll find that number 3 planers are better in deeper water, like near the shipping channel. A few rules to go by that'll help. Clearer the water, longer the leader. The larger the planer, the longer the leader. Ideally, if you're trolling for grouper, like for example, here's a setup that I was using this weekend. Nice little curly tail grub. Pink, white, they're always productive. I use the Mission Fishing jig head, usually 3 to 4 ounce. A lot of guys like to cut this little the feather off to help produce a little bit more action from the grub. I've split tested it. I haven't seen a dramatic difference, therefore I kind of leave it on there until the fish destroy it. Your leader, it's all preference. A lot of folks, like to use longer leaders. Again, it really depends on the water clarity and the conditions out there. I've been running lately 60-pound test, and usually it's about 12 to 15 feet long. Typically when you're running these lures on the planers, your optimum RPMs is between 1100 and 1500 RPMs. That's between 4 to 7 miles per hour. Line diameter is important. The type of line that you use. Many people are using Power Pro, which is a great line. The diameter is a lot smaller than the monofilament, therefore the lure is going to dive deeper. It's going to perform more efficiently. The other thing, slow it down. If you think you're going too fast, the slower the better. The slower you go, the deeper the lure dives. Many people think the opposite due to the fact that it's a planing board. Many people think the faster you go, the faster, the deeper it will dive. But if you actually, test it yourself, hit the throttle, bump it up to 2,000–3,000 RPMs, you'll see eventually the planer will pop to the surface. And that's what happens when a fish strikes. Once the planer is tripped, then it pretty much brings the fish to the surface. But so that you can see how this is rigged up, I just wanted to give you a brief. This is how I pretty much wrap them up when they're not in use. This is a number 3 planer, like I already showed you. Here's a number 2 planer. You can see they're dramatically different in size. Dives deeper, dives shallower. This is optimal. What I found, I use this between 15 and 24 feet of water. This I use anywhere from 20 to 30 feet of water. But the way it works, just to explain, this part connects right to your rod. At least that's how I do it, on a snap swivel. I use 80-pound tests on my grouper outfit. Power Pro, I connect a snap swivel directly to this loop here. And this is how it would look once it's actually set and in the water. This is the line that goes to your lure. This is how it would look in the water. Once it trips, it pulls up like this, and therefore the planer comes to the surface. What I have here is directly to the planer board, another snap swivel. And this is my 60-pound test line. Like I said before, anywhere from 12 to 15 feet of leader will work just fine. And this goes directly to your lure. And I have it actually tied with a loop knot, so that way I get optimal performance, swimming performance out of my artificial lures. And really, it's just that. You just watch your bottom machine. It's a mixture between fishing and hunting. With hunting, you're always scouting for great area, and with your electronic, you're doing the same thing. You're looking for hard bottom, any type of structure that you may think the fish are holding on, and you just, once you hit a fish, circle back around, troll that same area, because it's likely that you'll get another fish that's sitting there. But other than that, I mean, that's pretty much the simplicity of using a planer. I mean, the other way, I mean, the more efficient way other than a planer is a downrigger. Downrigger helps keep your bait in front of the fish at all times. Therefore, it's a lot more effective. But this is a cheaper way of going, and everybody can do it. I mean, I troll these right out of my huge red fisher, which, if you're not familiar, it's a flats boat. So I mean, you don't have to have a bay boat. Just make sure you're out there on a nice calm day and troll around, scout around, and you'll have success. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. I'll be happy to help. All right. Thanks for viewing, and visit saltyscales.com, and don't forget to like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube page.